Здравствуйте. Здравствуйте, YouTube. И это снова мы. Мы тут это самое. Пятница, соответственно. Продолжаем заканчивать Greedfall. Сейчас кучу всего нам тут надавали. Бесполезного. Золотые вещи, которые хуже, чем те, которые у нас. Ну, такое себе. Так, что там? Итак, в прошлый раз вот эта мразь нас несколько раз подставляла. Вот, а сейчас нам надо спасти людей, этих островитян, от этого вот осла доктора, который по совместительству является бывшим учителем нашей этой Альфры. Также, ну а чё, как тохну? Так оно и есть. Мы все продолжаем. Не, ну мы уже явно достаточно близко к финалу. То есть у нас сегодня, ну я надеюсь, по планам мы сможем завершить с Хикметом. Мы поможем Телеме. Да, коротко говоря, да. Мы поможем Телеме. Так, а куда там нам надо? Проникнуть в лабораторию. Это где? И дальше уже пойдем с Костиком разбираться. И чует мое сердечко, в конечном итоге именно нам придется хлебывать и распинывать его уже.
Halt! No one enters!
You speak to the legate of the merchant congregation, soldier. I have been sent by Governor Burren. I have to talk to Dr. Asili.
I don't take orders from the governor, nor the congregation. Be on your way.
You know I'm not afraid to fight, but I worry about the prisoners. Perhaps there's another way in.
Very well. We're leaving.
Another way in. Кряква, хватит. Забираемся. Так. Ну, давай это для камильфо на картах. Мы такие, типа, незаметные, типа, такие ползем. Типа, с боем пробираться, там 2 рыла, блин. Ладно. Так, войти в тайную лабораторию. Не-не-не-не-не-не. Нам пленники важнее. А подраться мы потом.
A prison hidden from the sun to better torture my people.
There must be other guards. Be careful.
Григорий. Так. Так, то есть нам вот сюда, да? Да.
How awful. They've been reduced to burning the bodies.
And devastated. So many of us must have died here.
Так, это я не туда иду. Куда нам надо? Нам все-таки туда надо, да? Правильно я понимаю, да. Здесь был охранник. Та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та. Не знаю, кто из вас сломал механизм, открывающий проход в тоннеле, но стоимость ремонта будет вычтена из вашего жалования. Доктор был вне себя от злости, когда пришлось заказывать деталь для ремонта. Когда механизм починит, я надеюсь, вы будете обращаться с ним аккуратно. Это очень хрупкие устройства. Так, тихо. Ну, как всегда. Самый лучший стелс. Так. Ну, тут и обычные люди, я смотрю. Или это охранники, получается, да? Так.
I don't have the key.
Так, а где у нас... Ой, тихо, спокойно, назад. Так, погоди. Так, если ты это читаешь, значит, ты с континента. Перед тем, как штурмовать лагерь в Дунасет, капитан приказал мне спрятать... это мы читали, подожди. Внимание в лаборатории. Так. Оскверненные — это вот эта хреновина. Так. Что у нас? Ключ стражника тайной лаборатории. А, это вот этот самый, то, что мы как раз потом откроем. Так. А вот вопрос. Где ключ? Ключ может быть и у этих гадов. Ну-ка.
You're not one of them. Please, get us out of here.
Noughts, what are you doing locked up here?
These scientists captured and abused us. They performed experiments, made us drink potions, took our blood. I heard them say that they wanted to find out how we are immune to the Malachor. None of it makes any sense. Please, get us out of here.
I'll find a way to open this cage.
I want the one who did this to know fear and suffering.
Let's hold this good doctor to account.
Так.
You're not one of those nasty birds, are you?
No.
Нет.
I've come to put an end to all these horrors. To save you. But I thought they only captured the Onol Manawi.
I don't know why they brought us here. But they hurt us. I saw them cut a friend of mine into pieces. Get us out of here, Trokaret!
I'll find a way.
How can anyone do something like this to another person? We don't even treat animals like that.
Понятно. Надо, видимо, у доктора ключ. Так, а что? Кто там еще у нас? Там еще кто-то есть, да? Получается. Пойдем попробуем найти еще кто. Так. Здесь что у нас? А здесь круг. Григорий, ну серьезно, ты достал. Погода ему не нравится, он поэтому себя ведет так погано. Так. Это мы куда идем? Да, это мы туда идем. Ну, видимо, ключ, я говорю, у доктора, скорее всего. По логике. Так, тут кто у нас?
You are Onol Manawi. Are you going to free us?
Yes, that's why I'm here. And to find out what's going on.
What's going on? We are locked up. They make us drink horrible things. We're starving. They hit us. They take our blood. They cut us up. They tell us we will die to save the Renaikse from a horrible disease. But I pray that the wicked birds catch it and die. Please get us out of here.
I will do my best. Don't worry.
Так. Ну, посмотрим. Посмотрим. Так. Григориса сегодня гундящее настроение. нам сюда. Мгм. Так, а можно ли... Погоди.
Who are you? You have no right to be here. I have come to free your prisoners and put an end to all the horrors that take place here.
I knew this would happen eventually. This all went too far. Dr. Asili, he lost his mind a long time ago. But what are you going to do with us?
Arrest you. Then I expect you will be sentenced.
No, please! We only followed the doctor's orders. We tried to
No.
stop him, but he is the director of the lab.
You could have reported it to the governor, or left this place.
He threatened to destroy our lives. We could not... Please, don't lock us up.
Не.
You can say all of this in court. It's up to them to judge you.
They will want to make an example of us. We'll not see the light again.
You should have thought about that before you helped that monster.
Так, единственное, я вот думаю, можно ли все-таки пробраться без бойни. Так, что тут? Ключ. Ключ.
These poor people lost their lives only a few hours ago. They could not survive this mutilation.
And they were tyrant. They were cut up like pieces of meat. May the volcano engulf those who did this.
Что-то стража. Так. Подожди. Там точно ничего не было. Мгм. Ключ от кабинета. Все равно сюда пробираться, так что, наверное, да, без вариантов тут. Здесь собраны сотни коротких, но исчерпывающих записей, в которых бесстрастно описываются пытки и опыты, которым подвергали пленных островитян и нафтов. Некоторые страницы снабжены схемами различных органов в разрезе, иллюстрациями с указанием, какие части тела были ампутированы у
This
подопытных.
note carefully describes the sequence of the experiments. There are even sketches. It's hard not to feel sick. This is proof of all the horrors committed here.
Так. Грег у нас не гундарь, он Кряктос у нас.
Asili has locked himself in his office.
Afra? What a surprise to see you here. You finally came to your senses.
Master, it's not...
Who is this person?
I am the legate of the merchant congregation, and I'm here to put an end to your crimes.
My crimes? What are you talking about? My work was for the good of humanity. Don't tell me you're crying over some savages. The survival of our species requires sacrifice.
What did you hope to find from all these experiments?
Since the Malachor never reached this island, I wanted to check if these savages were sensitive to it. And I discovered that they were naturally resistant. Do you realize the implications of this discovery? So I tried to isolate this resistance to develop a cure in order to send it to the people on the continent. But I doubt that you will be able to understand the subtlety of such an approach.
This man is a cold-blooded reptile. My brothers and sisters were no more than ants to him.
You are a very beautiful specimen. When I think of the power flowing through your veins. Come on, Afra, my dear student. Will you let these narrow-minded inquisitors decide my fate? Are you not also devoted to science and truth?
Science and truth do not excuse your lack of humanity. I'm ashamed of having been taught by you, and that I didn't warn Burin that you'd gone mad. If I had, we could have prevented all of this.
You disappoint me so much, Afra. A second time. When I think what I wasted trying to teach you science.
We learned everything we wanted to know. This lab will close, and you will answer for everything you've done.
You think so? Guards, capture these people! Stop! Think of my knowledge. All that I have accomplished. That can never disappear.
You will answer for your crimes in court.
But I'll be out soon. My colleagues will understand the importance of my work.
We shall see about that.
Так. Сейчас надо будет пленников освобождать. Так. Мушкетон. Доктор, я распределил присланное вами зелье на 2 чаши и дал его новому наместнику Новой Сирены, эмиссару. Никто ничего не заподозрил. Замечу, что это поручение было необычным и довольно рискованным. Содружество, наши союзники, боюсь, там могут расценить наши действия как враждебные. Смею надеяться, что в будущем подобные опыты вы будете проводить самостоятельно.
I can't believe it. Constantine's Malachor was caused by a silly. The potion we were made to drink when we landed on the island was contaminated. How dare he do such a thing? And why?
Новая шестерня. Интересно, это зачем? Ну да, чел, в общем, сейчас... Так, ну... Так, мушкетон, кстати, можно Альфре отдать, да? Хотя нет, она получается... Хотя тут физ урон, а тут стихийка. Интересно. Давай просто попробуем. Посмотрим, насколько она будет эффективнее работать. Нет, на самом деле, как бы вот после выяснения такой ситуации, тут ты представляешь, что бы было на самом деле. То есть, значит, получается, эта мразь ответственна за то, что произошло с нашим братцем. Тихо, 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 тихо. И, по сути дела, он и нас заразил. То есть, ну, как бы хотел заразить. Просто у нас иммунитет за счет того, что мы нольменовые. Еще и с нафтами.
Locked. Thank you. Thank you. We owe you our lives.
Just a little more patience. I still have to release the other prisoners.
May the grass be forever soft under your feet. I thought I was losing my mind in this cage.
I must release the other prisoners. You'll be out soon.
Так, нам куда надо? С той стороны. Сюда. Так, тихонечко. На всякий пожирный. Ты знаешь, в любом случае,
Locked.
это
Now that they are free, we must help the prisoners escape this place.
If they leave through the city, Hikmet guards will arrest them.
So we have to find another way to get them out.
Ну и вот как раз для этого нам нужна и эта шестерня. В любом случае, то есть получается, что, ну, чел, причем, судя по всему, без знания об этом от руководителя, да, страны, травят представителя другой страны. А ты видишь, как быстро этот Малихор, получается, развился. То есть это ни в коей мере никак не оправдывается. Так, опять они там бегают. Эй. Так, я не просила вообще-то драки, я хотела их обойти. Слепозавры. Так, и теперь мне нужно вот здесь, получается. Не, ну это-то да. Это я понимаю, что ты имеешь в виду так. Но, конечно, сам факт. Эй, это что такое-то, алё? Что за супер-пупер да, ладно. А, понятно. Стрелялшки.
It's perfect. We just have to clear the way.
Так. Понятно, они просто стреляли. Мгм. Но в целом это, конечно, такое себе.
The mechanism doesn't work. I need to take a closer look.
Так, починить.
Let's go. I found a way out of the city. But be careful. You are weakened and creatures roam these tunnels. I will lead the way.
С кричерами проще. Причем получается, сейчас у них будет как бы конфликт и с нами, и с нафтами, и с local. И, в общем, что, вкус другой, что ли? Но с точки зрения дипломатии, конечно, это такое себе поведение. Честно, на всякий случай. И потом еще говоришь, что, типа, в суде меня мои друзья. Чел, ты пошел против двух представителей разных содружеств. Тебе твои друзья тут вообще не помогут. И чем думали те, кто на него работали? Ну, тут, понятное дело, как бы, ну, очень специфический.
There you are. You're free.
You have saved our lives. How can we thank you? We will never forget what you have done for us on Almenawi.
Yes, we will always be grateful.
We are not very far from the Hikmet outpost. You will have to be careful.
I know how to reach the port without being seen.
Perfect. As for you, you should take refuge in Vikshadir. You will be safe there, but you need to avoid the Alliance patrols.
We'll get there. Qua awalem segven.
Ну, мразь, что ты нам скажешь?
Your Excellency,
Lady de Sade, and to what do I owe this honor?
I have been to Asili's laboratory, and what I discovered was abominable. Hundreds of poor souls tortured. Victims of horrifying experiments. There were so many dead that a pit had been dug to burn the bodies.
How horrifying. I cannot believe it.
The natives were not the only victims of these crimes. There were also a number of Nauts.
Nauts? Pardon me for doubting you, but do you have proof of what you say? And have you brought Dr. Asili to me so he may answer these accusations?
Yes, we captured him.
Really? Very well. I will ensure that he is judged as quickly as possible. What was done with the prisoners that were being held in the laboratory?
They were freed. The Donea Exregao are satisfied and should call off their attack.
What a relief. Finally, some good news. How can I repay you?
By allowing me to take part in the trial proceedings. What I saw merits justice, and I fear that the accused will find a great many defenders amongst his fellow savants.
It is a rather novel request, but granted. I shall inform the prosecutor. Let us remember that the madness of a man should not cast a shadow upon the greater sum of his work. His research is perhaps our only chance of discovering a remedy. Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
Can you tell me anything about Dr. Asili?
Asili is a man of remarkable knowledge, one of our most brilliant sages.
You already told me that, Your Excellency.
He is one of those rare men who master alchemy, mathematics, and naturalism with equal assiduity. Anatomy has no secrets for him, and medicine is his passion. Do you realize that it was he who perfected the inoculation technique?
Inoculation? What is that?
A novel treatment that allows us to fabricate immunity to sickness, such as the pox. If any man can find a remedy for the Malachor, it would be him.
I have to go. Look forward to seeing you again.
Farewell, my lady.
Так, суд. О. Ну, Конечно, гениальные люди это ценно и все, но не имеет ни один человек вот такие вещи делать без, так говорится, без спросу на живых-то людях.
Hello. To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
Desarde. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation. Governor Burren told me to pay you a visit.
Oh, it is you who arrested Dr. Asili and must help me prepare the trial.
Exactly.
Excellent. We will have lots to do if we want the doctor to pay for his crimes. The accused has a lot of support. Any evidence and testimonies you can gather will be useful.
We'll have no problem gathering witnesses. His laboratory cells were full of them.
We will call them to the witness box, of course. But be aware that if the victims are natives, their words will unfortunately not carry much weight here.
There were also some Nauts. Perhaps I can also convince some of the doctor's colleagues to talk.
Their testimony will be crucial. The word of other scholars is likely to be the only thing that condemns him. That plus any material evidence you can gather.
I picked up a strange powder in the laboratory. A substance that I've not been able to identify.
You should show it to an alchemist. We need to know what it is to be able to use it.
These documents describe Dr. Asili's work, as well as the horrible experiments he was performing.
Perfect. I will read them in detail. We will no doubt find something to support my prosecution.
I have found a letter proving that Dr. Asili voluntarily transmitted the Malachor to my cousin, Constantin d'Orsay. I would like to add that I too was a victim of this poisoning.
Did the accused try to take the life of the governor of New Serene? This is an extremely serious crime.
Indeed. He saw my cousin and me as the ideal control group to prove his theories. And no humanitarian or diplomatic consideration could put a stop to his ambition.
This letter alone is crucial proof. I will put it on our file.
Do we have any chance of winning?
Yes, I am rather confident. You have provided overwhelming evidence. But if we had witnesses, we would have an even bigger chance of winning.
I will return to you soon. The Nauts should be at the port, and the islanders had to take refuge in Vigshardir. As for the scientists, they said they would go back to the governor's laboratory. I should give this powder to someone who can tell me what it is.
Так, значит, куда нам? С Альфой. А здесь я могу? Так. Слушай, сложно тут получается квестик там. Значит, черный порошок исследовать, с Альфой поговорить, нафтами поговорить. Так, куда там нам надо сперва? Чё это у нас вдруг музон врубился? Резкая. Так.
Come closer. Come closer. All my wares are in the vanguard of progress.
Соседний.
Desarde, I'm happy to see you. Can I do anything for you?
I would like you to tell me about Asili.
I was expecting you to come and see me about this. What would you like to know?
Were you aware of Dr. Asili's experiments?
In part, yes. That's why I chose not to be his student any longer.
Why not say anything?
Because I never thought he would go so far. Over time, he became more and more cruel. I found his approach brutal. As if by meeting the natives it deprived him of all humanity. He spoke of them as test subjects, never as people. But there was a time when he was the greatest doctor and scientist in the Alliance, and I clung on to that
Можно
memory.
понять.
You do know that you were captured thanks to him.
Yes, but I thought the natives wanted to trade us merely as prisoners of war. I was blind and stupid. I regret it terribly.
Do you think, as your master does, that science justifies all sacrifices?
No. I may have believed that at one time, without of course ever imagining that we'd resort to such cruel treatment. But Dunkus, you and Siora have opened my eyes to the limits of science. To worship it as we do in the Alliance does not make us better than Teleme.
In your opinion, were the horrors practiced in this laboratory necessary for his research?
No, even if he was convinced of it. General interest outweighs the suffering of a few individuals. He wanted results quickly, to the point of neglecting slower, more humane methods. I hope we'll succeed in ensuring these experiments never happen again.
Would you be willing to testify against Dr. Asili during his trial?
Of course. I was going to talk to you about that. I want to convince my colleagues that we must give up these kind of methods. And even if it costs me dearly, I want my master to pay for what he did. Anything else?
Отлично.
I must leave you.
Это есть. Так, нам, наверное, чтобы поговорить с с исследователями, нам нужно будет на всякий случай взять сейчас этого Петроса, потому что он у нас харизму дает. Он нам как бы поможет в плане общения, убеждения. Потом с нафтами надо, наверное, будет взять нафта нашего ненаглядного ласка. Так.
I never thought I'd see you here again. Why are you still free?
Dr. Honor made sure that I was set free. He needed my help. What do you want?
What is your purpose here?
I helped Dr. Honor to understand the research of my former master. He's the one who became his successor.
I do hope that he doesn't use the same methods.
Of course not.
What about your other colleagues? What's become of them?
They felt guilty. They stopped their experiments and returned to Al-Sad.
What do the other scholars think of Dr. Asili, now that his actions have been revealed for all to see?
Most still admire him greatly. He was the greatest amongst us, you know? They didn't witness what was happening in the lab, and they have little interest in the natives. For them, the main problem is political, given that the war against the rebels cost us dearly. Until they understand the horrors that happened there, they will not have any moral issues.
Так.
Are you prepared to testify against Dr. Asili?
I would like to say no. You had me thrown in prison, and without Dr. Honor's intervention, I would still be there. But I can't stop thinking about what we did in that laboratory. I think only by testifying will I ease my conscience.
Thank you. Your story could change the outcome of this trial. I discovered this strange powder in one of the laboratory's chests. Do you know what it is?
I did see the doctor using it once or twice, but I don't know what it is. But I can study it for you if you want. I have the tools that will allow me to do so here.
So, what is it?
It is a quintessence of black blood. Probably created using the blood of numerous patients. The doctor managed to harness the very concept of the Malachor in this powder. A single pinch ingested by someone would be enough for them to be afflicted by the disease. With the quantities that you brought me, hundreds of people could be contaminated. It's terrifying. I cannot believe a silly would do such a thing. Here, these are my notes. I wrote down all the details of my experiments as well as my conclusions.
Thank you. I will relay them to the prosecutor. I must leave you. What she saw working alongside Asili obviously upset her. She will make an excellent witness.
Так, что у нас? Угу. С еще одним надо поговорить.
Dr. Honor, what do you want?
What is your role and what is your research topic?
I'm in charge of the governor's laboratories. My main research concerns the Malachor, of course. Above all, we searched for a way to reduce the suffering of the sick.
What were you looking for?
Now that we have access to my colleague Asili's work, it gives us hope of finding a cure.
So the crimes he committed while conducting his work do not concern you?
He will be judged for that. But it would be a shame for him to have done all this for nothing.
What do you think of Dr. Asili now that you've learned how he conducted his research?
Well, obviously the few excesses he has conceded himself are unfortunate, but he remains the greatest scientist that the Alliance has ever known. His work has had a profound effect on science. It seems quite unfair to me to reduce his life's work just to what he has done lately.
If I understand correctly, you will be one of his defenders.
Naturally. I don't deny that he made a terrible mistake, but he meant well. And he was probably acting on behalf of our helplessness to combat the Malachor.
Would you agree to speak at the trial? Your influence could be crucial.
Oh, but I already intended to give a statement. His lawyer came to find me.
So you were ready to defend a man who used torture and murder to advance his research?
Indeed, because I think the entire work of a scientist should not be judged on a single mistake. It is obvious that he should not have used such methods, but Asili has never been very political. I doubt he understood the implications of his actions.
So you're saying the only problem in this case is political?
Essentially, yes. The war he nearly caused could have been expensive for our governor and the city, but let's not fool ourselves. No tears will be shed over the fate of a few of those bloodthirsty savages.
Afra, did you have something to say to Dr. Honor?
Thank you, Desade. I feel it is my duty to warn him. You probably know that I was one of Dr. Asili's students.
Naturally. It is undoubtedly under his influence that you have developed this remarkable analytical spirit.
Perhaps. But my analytical mind also pushed me to refuse to continue working with him. I saw his madness and cruelty grow deeper, and what we discovered in this laboratory was abominable. We must condemn him, not only so he can pay for this crime, but to free science from these kinds of abject methods.
Very well. You've convinced me.
Huh?
I will now testify for the prosecution. It is true that it's time to turn the page and leave his cruel methods behind.
Thank you, Doctor. Dr. Honor is an
Nice.
influential scholar. His testimony would convince the judges.
Так, это мы сделали. Так, теперь нам нужны нафты и это самое. И островитяне. Ща мы всех удивим. Так, а нафты у нас в порту. Ага, то есть не придется далеко мотаться. Сейчас мы сменим. Так, где у нас Пасха? Составить группу. Ты знаешь, меня... Не знаю, то ли мы эту фигурку уже видели, может быть, и видели. У меня ощущение, что я ее в другой игре видела. То есть вот какое-то такое дикое ощущение, что я ее видела в какой-то другой игре. Так, нафты. Ну.
Maybe enlighten protect me in this battle.
Что за
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go.
Так.
Sea and love both share a bitter bite. The sea seizes, and love seizes. Love scolds us, and the sea scolds us, for neither are free from tempest's might.
A poem?
Yes, a poem I read and which I was trying to remember. It makes me think of you, of us. Would you like to spend some time alone with me?
Oh. Свиданка? Свиданка! Да, чувак, да.
With pleasure. Meet me outside my room the next time we return to the house.
Sex.
I will meet you there. Did you want anything else?
I must leave you.
Okay. Так. Интересно, мы могли ее спасти? Давай попробуем перезагрузиться. Ну-ка. Там мы сейчас, наверное, с ним придется переговорить еще раз. Свиданка с Васькой. Угу. Сейчас я быстро пощелкаю.
What is it? What were you?
Now
So the crime.
he will be judged.
What do you
Well,
think?
it's naturally, and he will.
Would you agree?
Oh.
So you were.
Indeed, it is obvious that Botticelli has never.
So you're saying the only.
Essentially, yeah. But let's not.
Afra, did you have something to say?
Thank you, Desart. You probably...
Naturally.
Perhaps. I saw... We must connect to free...
Very well. It is.
Thank you, Doctor. Dr. Honor is an influential scholar.
Так, сейчас сохранимся нормально тогда.
His testimony would convince the judges.
Чисто просто понять, можно ли было спасти, или это по скрипту. Сторону.
Come on, if you dare. Come on, if you dare. Maybe you can protect me in this battle.
Is everything all right?
Once again,
Yes.
thanks to you.
These people wanted to kill me!
They certainly wanted to prevent you from testifying at the doctor's trial.
The doctor will be judged. I suppose you'd like me to testify about how we suffered.
Indeed. If you do not fear another attempt on your life by these men.
Don't worry. I won't put up with intimidation. From now on, my people will watch over me until I can testify. And I intend to witness the execution of our torturer. You can count on me.
Thank you. Your word will be crucial during the trial.
Аллилуйя. Хорошо. Так, теперь нам нужны выжившие. Так, а я все-таки пойду поговорю тогда с Васькой и устроим свиданку. Там потом смотаемся. Так, нам-ка. Интересно, а почему у меня в прошлый раз не получилось? Вроде я их достаточно быстро ушатала. Так. Сюда. Чего? Вы чё, ребят? Я перчатки заряду. Товарищи, вы чё? Совсем куку? Возьмем. Так.
Flasks, you'll find the quintessence of alchemy. Greetings. I immediately spotted that you are a real science enthusiast. I have all the potions you could ever dream of. And other things too. We also sell ingredients and we even craft on demand. So, what would you like?
Так, давай продать. Так, что у тебя есть?
I was honored by your visit. Please come back whenever you want.
Я тоже не поняла, то ли это по этому по скрипту, типа они пытались нас убить, либо я даже не знаю. Так. Подожди, я с тобой поговорить хочу, чел.
See and love both share a
Да,
love
да.
school.
poem?
Yes, I.
Да.
With pleasure. Meet me outside my room the next time we return to the house.
I will meet you there. Did you want anything else?
I must leave you.
До свидания.
More than ever. Come.
Хорошие глюки. Не отображается текстура. Найс. типа, что, цензура, что ли, такая?
I know this poem, and I think this is the way it ends. For if water could quench love's dying embers, your love that burns and pains and severs, I would douse this fire with the sea of all my tears.
Вот. У нас любовь, свазка. Ура. Что сказать, цензура? Так, погоди. Просто интересно, это у нас... Да, я просто проверю, потому что либо это глюк, либо это... Сейчас даже и так. Сначала мы сохранимся. Уже любовь есть. Так, теперь быстрое сохранение. Цензура класс. Или, может быть, конечно, это мои вмешательства в... Ну, по идее, не должно текстурки-то так составить группу. Так, убрать из группы, взять ласка. Курт пусть тоже. Еще раз. Так.
Are you still willing to spend some time with me?
Нет, все-таки это был глюк. Да. Вот теперь можно будет посмотреть.
Come.
В форме. Ребят, может вы это железки-то хотя бы снимете.
Those who fear the waters should stay within the shore's sight. Those who fear the pain that love procures should shun the flames when love endures, and both shall be safe from thunder and blight. That is the next part of the poem.
Секс в штанах.
And I also have a question.
В первой части больше для воображения остается. Да.
I know this poem, and I think this is the way it ends. For if water could quench love's dying embers, your love that burns and pains and severs, I would douse this fire with the sea of all my tears.
Then we shall set sail together on this bitter sea, my tempest.
Так.
My tempest. Can I do anything for you?
I must leave you.
Так. Так, мне нужна Сиора. На Петрус. Чисто просто на всякий. Ну, зато весело. Так, переместиться.
are the Onolmenawe who freed us. We managed to reach Vikshadir.
They told me what you did for them, Renaikse. Well done. I was able to give them the care they needed. Some wounds will take time to heal, but they are safe thanks to you.
I'm happy to see that they're better.
But you didn't come here for that, did you?
No, I came to ask for your help. The doctor who captured and tortured you is about to be tried for his crimes. He has a lot of support among his people. He is a respected man despite what he did. If we don't have testimony from some of his victims, he will surely be released.
You'll have our words. We'll go to the Grand City and tell our story.
And the Mad Lion will die for causing so much harm to our people.
May the earth engulf him. You can return to Hikmet. I'll make sure they get there in good health.
Thank you, Tienahak. And thank you all. I blame myself for forcing these poor people back to the city where they've suffered so much.
My people are strong and proud. They will not be afraid to speak in front of your judges for justice.
Так, Тьерна Аль-Кудахтус. Так, где у них тут? Где-то Greedfall. А вот он. Так, что у нас здесь? Гос, что тебе надо?
Ongos?
What do you want, Renaikse?
I must leave.
Так, давай, резиденция. Сейчас буквально только 2 минуточки передых, и я это самое продолжу, окей?